Good afternoon, everybody. It's Robert Newman here. It's the last of our Mindful Mondays on behalf of Gunnersbury Park. We're not in the mansion this afternoon. So what we're going to do for this last session is to work on breathing practices, a bit of a flow as well. And finally, we're going to finish off with a short meditation to end in this next 30 minutes or so. So a couple of breathing exercises I'm going to share with you this afternoon. It's a time of transition. It's a time of change. We've been going through a hell of a year this last 12 months. And as we all know, anxiety's increased, levels of stress have increased. And one way to alleviate that, or to cope with your stress or your anxiety a bit better, is work on your breath. Very important. And not only does it help, obviously, as you go through your yoga practice, but it helps on its own, just sitting still and just focusing inwards a bit. So I'm going to share with you a couple of breathing exercises that you can do at any time of the day. First of all, I'm just going to ask you to sit either cross-legged or kneeling, like I'm kneeling right now, if you prefer, or even sit on a chair and just make yourselves comfortable. Make sure you're in a position where you don't need to move for the next few minutes or so. Make sure your shoulders are down, away from your ears. Your spine is nice and straight here. We're just going to start with some belly breathing here. So you want to take your hands and place them, so the palm of your hands, place them on your lower floating side ribs. If you're not sure where that is exactly, your sternum is here, and you just follow the path of your ribs down, and then you get to your lower floating ribs here. And you want to make sure your fingers are gently touching you. Your middle finger gently touches each other here. And then we're going to start examining our breath here. So as you inhale, see if you can bring your inhale down all the way to feel the belly rise. And as your belly rises, see if you feel your ribs flare out sideways, pushing your palms apart a little. And as you exhale, your belly sinks down, your ribs contract, your fingers close up, and perhaps meet in the middle. Inhale, draw the cool air in all the way down. Open up, push the side ribs apart. Exhale, bring them back together. Just keep going. Find your own breath pattern. You might find that you're only breathing to your chest at first. You're breathing very shallowly. So take some time if you need to. And try and lengthen the breath actively so you feel the belly expand, the ribs flare out sideways. And then allow the belly to sink down, the ribs contract. Nice and smooth and fluid. Don't worry if it takes a bit of time for you to settle into your rhythm. If you can find the time to do this for maybe about 5 minutes, on waking up perhaps, or maybe in the evening before going to bed, it will settle you down, it will slow your mind, alleviate racing thoughts perhaps, the busyness of the day. Just keep going in your own breath pattern for a little bit more. And of course, take your hands away at any time. And maybe even close your eyes. And hopefully you'll find the pace of your breath getting slower and slower. Good. Okay, guys, just come to the end of your final inhale and then exhale. And then you can take your palms away if you haven't done so already. Come back to normal breathing. Hopefully you've already slowed the pace of your breath down a little bit. I'm going to show you another breathing method, this time with a breath retention as well as the inhale and the exhale. So imagine a triangle inverted. We're going to do a 3-part breath here. We're going to inhale, we're going to retain the breath, and we're going to exhale. We're going to do all these 3 on the count of 4 here. So if you imagine your inverted triangle here, we're going to inhale on the count of 4. We're going to retain your breath on the count of 4. We're going to exhale on the count of 4. So just imagine in your mind's eye an inverted triangle. Again, if you can, do this with your eyes closed. If you prefer them open, that's fine too. Just keep with your natural rhythm. And then take an inhale, bring it in on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4. Retain your breath, hold it there on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. And again, inhale, 2, 3, 4. Retain, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Retain, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Keep it going. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Retain, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, retain, exhale, inhale, retain, exhale, inhale, retain, exhale. Couple more times. Inhale, retain, exhale, inhale, retain, exhale. Just keep going in your own breathing pattern. If you do this, it's better to do this in little pockets of 3 or 4 minutes throughout the day, 2 or 3 times, rather than doing one 20-minute session if you can. So you're not just doing one thing or one breathing exercise at the beginning of the day or the end of the day and not continuing through the rest of the day. So if you can, if you have the time, break it up into little segments throughout the day. And if you feel stressed or anxious, many of us maybe have social anxiety now because we've been locked away for the best part of 12 months, then use that to help. That's a fantastic tool. Any kind of breathwork exercise is a fantastic tool to help relieve a little bit of stress, relieve a bit of anxiety if you have it. And even if you don't, good breathing is good for the lungs, it's good for the respiratory system. We've got hay fever season coming up now. It's helpful for all those kind of things. Okay, come to the end of your triangular breath. Just revert to normal breathing. Good. We're going to do a bit of movement here, maybe of work. Need to stretch out a bit here. So when you're ready, come off your chair, or if you're kneeling position, off your cross-legged position, and come to your mats. And just come to a standing position, maybe 1/3 to the left of you, 2/3 to the right. And then just step out here, like so. Okay, so you've got parallel feet, like a triangle stance, Trikonasana stance in terms of width of your feet here. Take your arms out wide. Gently squeeze your shoulder blades, push your torso forwards. Hold it there. Lift your arms up, and then we're going to forward fold here. Wide angle forward fold. Reach forwards, keep the spine nice and long, and just fold down here. You can take your elbows and just sway gently side to side. You can shake or nod your head here. Good, and then let go with your arms. Let them hang out. And then from here, you're going to slowly start rising here, micro bend the knees, start to come up here, rising back into a standing position. Take your arms out wide, rotate your right foot. So you're coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Reach forwards and come down into your triangle pose, looking upwards towards your fingertips here. Hold it here for 5. Good, and then bring that left hand down, coming into a forward bend here, adjust your back foot, square your hips off, take an inhale to look up, exhale, fold down, bring your nose towards your knee. Inhale, lift up. Halfway here, bend your front knee, drop the back knee down. We're coming to a low lunge position here. Lift up like so. If you feel open and flexible, of course, you can sink down with your hips a lot more. Bring your knee forward of your ankle. You can also lift and take a back bend here, opening up here. Good, and then reach forwards. Take both hands down to the inside of your right foot. Tuck your back foot underneath you. Lift your back knee off the mat. We're coming to Skandasana here. Take your palms into Namaste. Lift the right foot off. And then come up. And then take the same on the opposite side. And then come up and come over to the other side of your mat. Sink down, come into a low lunge. Sink down with the hips a bit more if that's fine for you. Lift the torso skywards if you can. Open up here. And then as you exhale, bring the palms down. Tuck the back foot underneath you. Lift up, coming into a forward bend. Square the hips off, lengthen to the spine. Fold, draw the nose down towards your knee. Good. Inhale. Lift up halfway. Come into triangle here. Adjust your back foot and rise into your Trikonasana. And then inhale, rise back up. Parallel your feet and then step towards the right side of your mat. Bring your palms together, slow your breath down. We're going to do the same again, leading with the left side here. Good. Step out. Come a bit wider. Lift your arms up. Start reaching forwards here. Come down. Bring your hands all the way down. look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold down, draw your head towards the mat, lift your shoulders, look behind you. Good. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale to the hips. Inhale, rise to a standing position. Exhale, open up the arms here. Turn your left foot out, Trikonasana. Reach forward as far as you can go. Come down to triangle pose. Look up towards your fingertips. Good, and then come into a forward bend. Take your right hand down, adjust your back foot. Inhale, look up, lengthen, square the hips. Exhale, come down, nose to knee. Good, inhale, come up halfway here. Bend your knee, drop the back knee down, come into a lunge position, low lunge. Lift up here again. You can obviously stay here if you like. You can sink down with your hips more. You can open up, take a greater back bend, lift the torso skywards. Exhale, reach forward. Bring both palms down on the inside of your left foot. Tuck your back foot underneath. Skandasana coming up here. Lift palms together. Good. And then come up. Swap sides. Good, and then come up, come down to a low lunge. Lift up here, take a back bend, sink down with the hips if that's right for you. Open up to the sky. Exhale, take both palms down, tuck your back foot underneath you, come into a forward bend, look up and lengthen, and then draw the nose to the knee. And then inhale, look up halfway, come to triangle here, adjust your back foot, take the right hand in front of your right foot and lift and open up here. Inhale, come rising all the way up, parallel the feet, and then step towards the left foot. Take a few breaths here, slow the pace of your breath down, maybe close your eyes. Good, okay, we're going to go one more round on each side here. So stepping out, slight variations coming up here. Right foot, reach forwards, Trikonasana here. Exhale, come down to a forward bend here. Adjust your back foot, inhale, look up, exhale, fold. Good, inhale, look up, coming into a balance here. Warrior three, bend your front leg here, front with your front knee. Float up to warrior three. Your arms can be beside you. If you prefer your arms in front, classic tango way, do that. Aeroplane them out if you like. One more breath here, guys. Then with control, you step back into a high lunge, lift up here, and then bring both palms down to the inside of your foot. You should be in lizard now. And just rock back and forth into your heel. Some of you, if you want to take this further, you can straighten your leg completely and fold down to another forward bend variation. Good, and then if you've straightened your leg, bend it, drop the back knee down, and then come into Skandasana here, lift. Good, rise, come over the other side. rise, come down, drop down here, palms into lizard, rock back and forth, or if you can, straighten your leg completely and fold. Good. Okay, guys. Straighten, or rather bend the knee back into lizard here. Then from here, we're going to come into a regular forward bend, fold down like so, and come up into a balance, warrior three. Come forward. I'm going to step back a little bit here, so there's room for me, and then float up to warrior three. One more breath here, guys. And then step back with control. Straighten your leg, come into Trikonasana. Good, inhale, rise up here, parallel the feet, step towards the right foot here, slow everything down. That's 3 down, 1 to go. Take a couple of breaths. Step out with your left foot. Trikonasana, reach out, come down, take your triangle pose. Good. Come down to forward bend. Right hand comes down. Inhale, look up, exhale, fold. We're going to come into warrior three here. So you lift up halfway, you bend your front knee, float up to warrior three. One more breath here, guys. Then step back into high lunge, find your balance, keep the hips squared, lift your arms, reach down, come into lizard here. You can either rock back and forth like this, or you can straighten that left leg completely and fold. Good, inhale, look up halfway. Bend your front knee here. And then we're going to come into Skandasana here. Take your palms together, lift. And then come up. And then come over the other side. Good. And then come back to the right side of your mat. Come down. Tuck your back foot underneath you. Come into lizard. Rock back and forth. Or if you can, straighten the leg. Fold down. Leg straighten, people. Come back to your regular lizards here. Then come down to a low lunge. Lift up here. We're going to come into a forward bend here. Tuck the back foot underneath you. Come down to forward bend. We're going to come into warrior three from here. Take an inhale, look up. Come forwards. Float up to your balance. One more breath here, guys. Then with control, you bend that front leg, sink back, come into a lunge position. Then come and take your Trikonasanas. Inhale, rise it up. Parallel the feet, come out a little bit wider. Lift up, one final wide angle forward bend, up down, let go, take an elbow bind, sway, shake your head, nod your head. And then release the elbows, take your palms down to the mat, take an inhale to look up, exhale to your hips, inhale, rise to standing, exhale, arms out wide, bring your feet together, come into Namaste, close your eyes, take a few breaths. Well done, guys. And then when you're ready to come back down onto your mats, again, you can come kneeling, you can be cross-legged. We're going to finish off with just a short meditation here. So make sure you're comfortable again. You're in a position where you don't need to move. Your shoulders are down, your spine's nice and straight. Start focusing right here between your eyebrows. Maybe close your eyes. And just feel yourself slowing your breath down. And start the process of focusing inwards once more. And then begin to observe. Observe the cool air drawing in through your nostrils and the warm air being released. Just observe what that is feeling like for you. Observe the micro sensations around the edge of the nostrils. Begin to observe what's happening around your mouth. Maybe you've got some micro sensations happening around your lips, corners of the mouth. And then move your awareness up towards your eyebrows. Are there any micro sensations happening around there? Maybe under your eyes, maybe the bridge of your nose. And then finally bring your awareness, your focus, to the crown of your head, your shining skull. We're going to come out of this on the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In your own time, you can start to blink your eyes open, come back into your room. And close the practice here. Take your palms up, bring them together down towards your center. Adore your life. Namaste. Good. Well done, guys. I hope you enjoyed that practice. Keep continuing to do some breath work, some mindfulness, some meditation, and I hope to see you somewhere soon. Cheers. Bye.